and on behalf of my fellow directors at Tennis Queensland, welcome you here this morning for a special morning tea in honour of Peter Racing. So Peter, I first met about 3 years ago, and I know a lot of people here in the room have probably known him for a lot longer than that, but I first met him when I started researching Fruit Park and the Old Milton Tennis Centre, and I stumbled across the Fruit Park YouTube channel, and I found it fascinating, some of the interviews he'd done and some of the insights that he gave to tennis over the decades, and it was fascinating to watch. But I've just been on holidays, and I've just come back and started organising some videos and some snapshots of our holidays, and I know how long it takes to put all that material together. And you're a tireless worker, you're a true volunteer, you've never sought recognition or reward for the things you've done, but today is different. So on behalf of the tennis community, we'd like to thank you for your efforts, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you everyone for coming, and as is my want, I've slightly hijacked the event to also then convert it into a launch for the next project, because in 2019 is the 50th year of the celebration of Rod's second Grand Slam, and the first leg of that, as it happened, was won in Fruit Park. And Fruit Park is very important to Rod Laver, because he actually won his very first Grand Slam ever at Fruit Park, Milton, as Hugh will no doubt point out in a second if I don't call it by its more correct name. And so the project is about capturing this photo, which is from the game, basically from there down. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful in cutting out the umpire. It's just simply a matter of economics, because it is hard enough to raise voluntarily a couple of $100,000 to get this full-size statue and the plinth done, let alone adding another $70,000 for the umpire. And what we've done, however, is you can see here in the score that the photo is of the second set, and it's only 2 games into the second set. And you can see the stress, the emotion, the heat of this particular game being played out. And this was one of the classic games of the 1960s. It was 5 sets, nothing particularly unusual. It was played in 102 degrees heat. It started to be a bit unusual. The second set went to 22-20. Now you're really talking unusual, even in those days where there was no tie break. So this is a classic game, and as Hugh just pointed out a minute ago, if this game hadn't been won against this super fit, young, up-and-coming player, second Grand Slam would have never eventuated. So it is a classic photo, time shifted to, anyone who knows a bit about tennis will understand that this is a statue at a time when it's not decided. 21-20, that's not a winning score. It's a bloody unusual score. It's not a winning score. So the statue, I'm hoping, will be the epicentre of the tennis trial in Brisbane. It will really supercharge people's interest in tennis. So I'm hoping that, as years go by, young kids like my son Nathan and Isabella will get involved and bring forward and carry on tennis in Brisbane, but then we'll have an attraction in Brisbane so that when people are looking at coming out to the Australian Open, they will add in the Brisbane International. And as I keep asking Cameron Pearson, is this a great postcard for you? And he said, I'd hate to play a game of cards, poker against Cameron, because he keeps a real strict poker face, so I can never tell whether I'm on a winner. So I keep working hard, thinking, I must be close to to where it's working. So good on you, Cameron, you've kept me motivated. Because if you told me it was really great, I probably would have stopped. So with that, it's an honour, and thank you. And as I said, the official launch is today, but I shouldn't finish off the tennis trial because there are some iconic people who should be tributed that I've not been able to wind into the tennis trail as yet. Mal, you're one of those, but unfortunately to build another tennis centre. Ashley Cooper is another one where Ashley is really deserving of a tennis centre, of a huge park, of a green, of something of substance. And again, nothing has really cropped up out of the woodwork that I can grab hold of, because one of the things that really drove me, when you look at tourist attractions, what makes pieces of history that we've captured has been very carefully based on real life events, and it dovetailed into what had been started previously. And David Hinchcliffe and Daphne Fancutt had started off a little bit of a similar trial back in the early 90s, when they named Jeff Masters Tennis Centre and the Yvonne Goolagong Rebound Wall. Now, Yvonne Goolagong Rebound Wall has gone on to have a very significant part of Queensland history, because the Brisbane International Female Trophy is now named after it, and that's a little bit of serendipity. And without the Jeff Masters Tennis Centre being there as an example, I would have had Barclay's chance of convincing the council to name the Roy Emerson Tennis Centre. So they both played a really unique part in enabling this new narrative to get some legs and sort of move on. And with that, I'll say thank you. Mark, I'm very much appreciative. And I hope everyone thinks that this is a worthwhile idea. And this today becomes the property of Tennis Queensland and goes into their fledgling museum. Thank you.
Thank you.